What's up, YouTubers? So before we get started with this video, on first take, they're going to be talking about is LeBron James setting up to have the best career ever in the NBA? So let's see what they have to say about that.
I remember as a kid, the Celtics had more than twice as many championships as any other team, including the Lakers, 13-6. I remember when you were a rookie for the Knicks, and I was an insane Knicks fan. I'm pretending to be Mark Jackson, and the Knicks are going to win championships.
Yeah, right, Max. You weren't pretending to be no Mark Jackson.
And can anyone ever catch the Celtics? The Lakers are on the precipice of matching the Celtics' number of championships. And unlike the Celtics, who only have 4 in the kind of modern era, the Lakers are about to grab their 11th in the modern era. What does that mean around the league, do you think, for players, for coaches, for people around the NBA, that the Lakers catch the Celtics, whether that's tonight or later in the series?
That means the Laker organization is the best organization ever in basketball, NBA.
It's unbelievable, and it's a testament to the greatness of the Los Angeles Lakers franchise, the ownership, the incredible coaches, players, and front office people that they've had throughout this incredible run. And it puts them in discussion of all-time franchises, not just in basketball, but in sports in general. When you look at the who's who, at the end of the day, in the rafters for the Los Angeles Lakers, there's nobody like them. There is absolutely nobody like them when you look at the people that will be hanging up in the rafters, not just the players, but those guys on a first-name basis, like no other franchise in any sport. So they should be acknowledged as good as it gets and recognized for their incredible, tremendous run.
So the Lakers definitely had a tremendous run this year. So they were pretty much number 1 in the Western Conference for the whole year, and number 2 in league, right below the Milwaukee Bucks. LeBron James and Anthony Davis absolutely killed it, and the rest of the crew, they all killed it. And, I definitely give them props for making it to the finals and taking care of business. And also this shows that, the Laker organization is one of the best, if not the best organization ever in basketball. Sure, they had a couple of rocky years, especially last year, that I was kind of, skeptical about because there's a lot of problems going on the court and behind closed doors. But, for the most part, they came back. Everything's cool now. And it's almost like every 10 years, the Lakers are either winning a championship or going to a championship. And I don't have a problem with that.
You're remiss in neglecting to bring up LeBron James specifically in this regard. If he wins tonight, he'll be a 4-time champion. Obviously, what you just highlighted about the difficulty, the challenge of winning a championship in this particular atmosphere, that definitely might elevate his stature in some folks' mind as well. You've heard the MJ comparisons and things of this nature.
No way. Keep MJ out of this.
How should LeBron James be viewed? Specifically, if it's any different than he's already viewed once he wins this chip, assuming he gets it done?
I don't think it's any different. The guy will go down as an all-time great player in the discussion for anybody that's ever put on a uniform. When you talk about Michael Jordan, obviously I witnessed it firsthand how great he was. You're talking about all of those guys in the discussion. LeBron James fits comfortably in that discussion, and I'm not going to compare them, but what I will say is when his career is over, the guy will be the all-time leading scorer and a top 5 assist man in the history of the game with championships to show for it and an incredible body of work that, in my opinion, will have him have the greatest career in the history of basketball.
So I don't know how you can have the greatest career in basketball when you lost in the finals 6 times. He lost 6 times in the finals and calls himself the GOAT. And he lost to one team twice in the finals. So there's no way you could be the GOAT. I can't say that he had the best career in the NBA. He had a long, healthy, great career, and he has a chunky resume, but I wouldn't say he had the best career. And as far as being the scoring champion, I think that guy, Kevin Durant, when he comes back, he's a scoring machine. So by the time he retires, he might be the all-time scorer. But again, I don't want to take anything away from the Lakers because the Lakers, the organization definitely took care of business this year. LeBron James took care of business this year. Anthony Davis and the rest of the crew. So I definitely give them props. But I wouldn't say that LeBron James, when he retires, will have the best career ever because you just can't have that. And you've lost, 6 finals. You just can't. I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
Professional basketball, Kareem.
Well, Mark, I
Absolutely.
can definitely appreciate you saying there should be an asterisk next to the champ's name, given the difficulty of this season inside the bubble. I know when the playoffs were starting, a lot of people were saying there should be an asterisk due to the opposite reason. So I really do appreciate you saying that. Also, as we all know, they are going to rock the Black Mamba jerseys tonight. They're 4-0 when wearing those.